We ran out of chairs, so now Adam and I had to find new.
It's rolling into me a little bit.
Jericho, have you ever seen a millennial on a hoverboard before?
I have.
Look at that, huh? He looks the coolest.
Not in like 8 months, though.
This is what we call a startup, ladies and gentlemen.
So this is how we have to do the show now.
This is how I do business.
Adam does a lot of work at this startup on that scooter.
I'm constantly doing
Scooting
all
everywhere, telling
sorts
people
of-
what to do.
More gifts.
We gotta start vlogging and
Jericho's giving us new strategy for the channel.
Jericho, thank you for joining us as our guest.
Thanks
Do you
for
like
having me.
underwear?
Sometimes.
Do you wear Mack Weldons?
I don't. Is that a sponsor?
New strategy for the channel.
Jericho, thank you for joining us as our guest.
Thanks
Do you
for
like
having
underwear?
Sometimes.
Do you wear Mack Weldons?
Yes, I love them, and I am so grateful that they're sponsoring this episode. We will hear more from them at the end of the show.
Yoda the Hobbit says, with the recent news that the Golden State Killer has been found, which unsolved murder do you wish you could figure out who's the killer?
The murderer of my adolescence.
Yeah.
80s movies promised me that I'd get to walk through high school finger gunning everybody. I'd get laid all the time. I'd surf a lot. I'd play cool rock music. I'd be in a band, but I was in the wrong band and I didn't finger gun anybody.
Well, how about this? People think that you might own guns. You surf the web.
Okay, that's cool.
And you've been banned from many fine establishments.
Like Sizzler.
You probably finger banged some people.
I don't know about that one.
Or animals.
Oh, you finger banged animals?
You gotta practice somewhere.
That's not okay.
Hey, wait, this is coming from a man who masturbated a cat.
Wait,
I
I'm sorry?
had to, all right? I had to. The cat was in pain.
I'm gonna say the moon landing.
Oh, the murder on the moon?
There's a murder on the moon, and we don't know who did it. We also don't know if the moon landing was real or fake either.
Well, we know.
So
So who got killed on set?
it could have been J. Edgar Hoover was killed on set by Neil Armstrong.
I'd like to solve one of the oldest murders of Otzi the Iceman. His mummified corpse was found frozen from millions of years ago, and people are still fascinated by it to this day.
Who?
Guys, we all agreed that when we walk by Elise and she's reading anything, we have to grab it out of her hands because she gets these ideas.
I like the book.
No more books for women.
I wish I could figure out who killed Sunday morning cartoons. They don't really exist like
That's
they did.
true. You know why? It's because kids have iPads now.
And now they watch Spider-Man touching Elsa.
Oh, yeah, he's
Elsa
what's
Gate
the
stuff.
frozen
Oh,
frozen
yeah,
porn.
yeah, you're
Frozen
right.
porn.
It's not porn. It's
I'm
That's
sorry.
what it
it's,
is.
it's YouTube for kids.
Yeah, that's new Nickelodeon.
Next question from El Mafia Penguin. What's the one key subject missing from schools nowadays?
Hoverboarding. Listen, we got this hoverboard, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
And I was nervous to try it. Practice, and now I feel like I'm a full person again.
You feel like you're 17 years old. Whoa, careful. Jeez.
So-
Oh my gosh.
But I think if they taught it in schools, we wouldn't have such a big issue with people like me being afraid to step on hoverboards.
I think they should teach Kama Sutra because Kama Sutra is something that everybody needs to know.
Yeah.
And you also need to know, like Sting, how to not come
Yep.
for 3 or 4 hours while having sex.
How do you fail Kama Sutra class?
You don't get laid.
I thought you were gonna say you come.
That's good. You fail that way too.
I think we all know that the future career path for anyone is to be a Twitch streamer.
That's true.
So-
Jericho knows that.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it.
You gotta,
But not everyone should, you know?
and when you go to bed, you gotta deal with the stress of wondering if you're actually on stream or not. These are things kids need to know for their futures.
Are those things you have to deal with every day?
Literally not at all.
Oh, okay.
They need to teach us how to get more upset about everything.
Yeah, we're not
Like-
upset enough.
Like, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get outraged now. If we could lower that to 5 or 10 minutes,
Think about all the outrage we'd have. It'd be much more
we could
efficient.
power things.
Elise, what about you?
If they taught kids how to do their taxes, then maybe Wesley Snipes would still be here.
Lawrence, go ahead.
We need to teach kids how to be young again. They're too old now. Oh, sure, it's easy to wear overalls and round tinted sunglasses. We did that back in the 90s. You guys are just old.
Who's going to teach them?
Me.
All right.
Shave all the hair off your body. I want to see you post-womb.
Don't listen to anything Professor Sontag
Whoa.
says.
Next question from NC Drath. Mario and Luigi have their hats and overalls. Donkey Kong has his tie. What item of clothing do you wear in your own Nintendo game to stand out from the rest?
Assless chaps.
That's a good answer.
I was going to say the butt plug that's a tail.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, no, yeah, that'd be
And
cool.
you can use it like a propeller.
Nintendo would love that. I'd like stilts that make me into the giraffe man I was always meant to be.
That's cool. That's really neat.
I wear like the 70s platform shoes with the fish inside, but the
Sweet.
fish are dead though.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because you can't feed them once they're in there.
Oh,
No,
they're,
you
uh,
can't.
And they can't breathe.
They're cheaps.
Nice.
Had to get that out. All right, Silky Shepsky writes, what near-death experiences have you had?
I think we all know about Bruce's near-death experience. There was a good couple months where everyone was getting E. coli from Chipotle, and Bruce every day,
Oh, yeah.
3 times a day, almost
Broke the
as if-
lightning.
it was almost like he went on top of a mountain and yelled at God and said, "Try me,
Curse you!
yeah, do your best."
And I did. I beat it. Actually, I got
survived.
norovirus for about a week, although I never went to the doctor.
But now you can't get it again.
Because, yeah, he just tell you to not go to Chipotle. You don't
That's
want to hear
true.
that.
I think you can get norovirus over and over.
It's
and
like
over.
chicken pox.
That's like easier every time.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I crashed a motorcycle going like 60, 70 miles an hour once.
That
And
just
the
means
only
you're
thing I
invincible.
could think about was to make sure, 1, not to smash my face, because they didn't want to ruin the moneymaker, and 2, not to be hurt so badly that I needed to go to the hospital because they didn't have health insurance.
Oh my god.
One time I did an episode of Open House on top of this like cool startup scooter, and I somehow got away from it unscathed.
That's my desk!
Not a lot of people know this, but VHS tapes can wear out. So on
Back to this, are we?
Yeah, there was a particular VHS tape I watched a lot. Lose its luster after a bit. The tracking started to fuck up, and there was one time
When
I
does
thought
this
I would.
result in
talking
you
about?
almost dying?
Because I thought it wasn't going to eject properly. I thought the tape was all wound
That
up.
doesn't mean you'll die.
Yeah, it does.
No, I did fall into my swimming pool when I was 4 with the winter cover on. Because I was reaching for an inflatable ball that I got from KFC. I don't remember how I got out, but then I do remember that I was wet after eating KFC.
Aren't we all?
The Colonel strikes again.
Jericho, when did you almost die?
Mom walked in on me jacking off.
Oh shit! Did you almost explode?
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
no, I said
Came on your mom?
Oh, can you imagine? Mom, just flee.
You're trying to hold it in?
What stream was this during?
She's like, Jericho, you're gonna fail Kama Sutra.
Elise, hit it.
From Dubs 1899.
Cool.
So tomorrow I'm getting a tattoo without my parents' knowledge. Besides the obvious, what are some elaborate ways I can keep my parents from finding out about my ink? Why do you care? You were born in 1899. You're so old.
Yeah,
What
that's
do your
true. It's like
parents ruin your
150
life
years
for?
old.
Hey,
Your
Parents are
vampire.
dead.
I got a perfect idea.
All right.
All right. Just get a tattoo, a photo of your parents. Just tattoo it somewhere on your body, and then you tell them you just got a mirror installed.
Aw.
So every time they look at you, they think they're just looking at themselves.
That's smart.
That's really nice. You're wearing a mirror all the time, I guess.
Come out as gay to your parents. They'll be so happy that they won't even notice that tattoo.
That's a fantastic idea.
That's the best idea
Oh,
ever.
shit. Wow, that was really good. I was gonna say put on that Nintendo Labo robot
Ooh, yeah.
kit
Oh, yeah.
and just always have it on. So you'll be the kid at school with the Nintendo Labo.
Oh, that's a great idea, too.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you. And that way your tattoo will be hidden.
I say you just get a full body tattoo, but something close to your skin color, maybe a little darker, maybe a little lighter even.
Well, I'm not sure about that one, but that's real dangerous. Real dangerous. Go ahead, James.
You get a big Yakuza tattoo on the back, and even if they see it, they'll know not to mess with you. Like I know not to mess with the Yakuza.
That's a great idea.
Thanks, guys.
That's a good idea. Jericho?
I was gonna say only at family functions wear a gimp suit, and that way nobody can see your tattoo.
Stupid. That was dumb. That was a dumb idea.
Douse.
Nice.
Funhaus has offered the opportunity to design an original Nintendo Labo kit for the Switch. What kind of cardboard creation do you design, and how does it play?
I want one that's like a new motorcycle helmet for Lawrence, so he can still be playing his Switch while he rides in from working back home.
That's a great idea.
You know those kit cars where you can take a Pontiac Fiero or whatever and turn
Yeah.
them into a Lamborghini? I want to do that with a Nintendo Labo. Like take a Honda Civic, but you buy the kit,
Yeah.
fold pieces around it, and then it looks like a.
You got a $100,000 sports
yeah, like an
car.
H3
Made
or
out of
something.
cardboard. Cardboard.
Man.
For me, probably the lower half of a centaur.
That's the business side. right there.
Okay.
Wait, do you put that
I'm
on?
sorry,
or-
you wear it or?
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question for you, Elise. Do you think a centaur wears 2 pairs of underwears?
They definitely don't have a dick at the front.
What about their front part? But
They don't
what if
have
they
a-
want to
Oh,
cover it?
yeah, because if they have a dick at the front.
Why
You
would they
need
have a
some
dick at the
legendary
front?
protection for a centaur cock like that.
You're exactly right, Lawrence. This episode of Open House is brought to you by Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is better than whatever you're wearing right now. Mack Weldon believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping. A couple clicks on their website, and you will be sitting pretty in the most comfortable underwear, socks, shirts, undershirts, hoodies, and sweatpants that you'll ever wear. Mack Weldon also has a silver line of underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial, which means even if you stink, These won't. They want you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it and they will still refund you, no questions asked. Not only does Mack Weldon's underwear, socks, and shirts look good, they perform well too. They're perfect for the gym, going to work, out on a date, or just everyday life. So go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off using promo code HAUS, H-A-U-S. Do yourself a favor, because Mack Weldon is better than whatever you're wearing right now. I gotta get out of here.
I'm off to a new startup.
Bye.
He probably sucked his own dick too.
Oh, definitely can suck his own dick. You see him transform into that fucking semi?
That's what he's doing in truck mode.
He's sucking his dick the whole time.
That's why he doesn't talk.
They're like, wow, you can turn into a truck. He's like, yeah, that's what it is.
I'd be the classic 60s Volkswagen van, and
Oh, the Volkswagen
you take me
van.
to the beach.
Oh, you can put